So we spent quite a bit of time coming up with these things in class, but now let's just get down and just kind of spell it out here. So we've got percent increase or decrease, and we want to set those up as multipliers so that we can continue to do a certain increase over multiple periods of time. So if I've got a percent increase, I'm going to be starting with the number 1, and I'm going to be adding that percent expressed as a decimal. And if I have a percent decrease, and I'll again be starting with the 1, but this time I'm going to be subtracting that percent expressed as a decimal. So if I'm looking at, for example, a 3% increase, that is 1 plus 0.03, or 1.03 is my multiplier. If I multiply something by 1.03, that's the thing I start with plus 3% more. So for example, if I had like $50 to start with, and I got 3% more for some reason, it would be the $50 plus the 3% of the $50, right? So if I do 3% times $50, it's $1.50. So what I have here is I have my $50 plus 3% of $50, which is $1.50, which is $51.50. So that is one of the increases, right? And if that happened every month, then I would take this new number and multiply it by 1.03. So it's not that I'm always adding $1.50, but I'm always adding 3% of where I left off at. So my multiplier is important to figure out. And again, if it's an increase, it's going to be 1 plus that percent increase value. And if it's a decrease, we would subtract. So for B, for example, I've got a 25% decrease. That's 1 minus 0.25. So this would be 0.75, right? That would reflect a 25% decrease each time. Another way to think about it is if you're decreasing by 25%, 75% remains. So you keep multiplying by 0.75, and every single time you multiply by 0.75, 25% is going away, but 75% persist. For C, again, this is a percent decrease, so I'm looking at 1 minus 0.13, 1 minus 0.13, which would be 0.9, no, 0.87. So each time here, my multiplier is 0.87. And then for D, I've got a 2.08% increase. So it is a percent increase, so I'm starting with my 1, and I'm going to add to that 0.0208, which would give me 1.0208. So that is my multiplier if I've got a 2.08% increase.